Good day and welcome to Starting an IT Project. So what is a project? Simply put, a project is a series of tasks that needs to be completed in order to reach a specific outcome. A project can also be defined as a set of inputs and outputs required to achieve a particular goal. Let's look at what a project is. A project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product service, which include a prototype of a car. And then let's look at operations. It is work done by an organization to sustain the business. Example, publishing the next edition of a monthly magazine. So look at this picture. Do we see this as a project or operation? Based on the following information we have, that is an operation. Let's look at what went wrong within IT projects. Why do IT projects fail? Projects failure can happen in any organization, and there are infinite number of reasons a project fails. Sometimes it's out of control of the project manager or the team members. Sometimes failure is controllable. Let's look at other reasons why projects fail. Look at other reasons, which is lack of executive support, poor communication, unrealistic timeframes, unclear user requirements, scope creep, and excessive customization. Scope creep occurs when additional requirements, sometimes minor, are identified and are added to a project. Over time, these collective little minor adjustments may result in scope change and cause schedule overruns. Why do other projects fail? Let's look at not recognizing risk. No project is too big to fail or too small that we skip risk. Conducting a thorough risk assessment to identify potential threats and opportunities is important. Let's look at poor leadership, ignoring alternative solutions, not learning from our mistakes, difficult stakeholders, as well as poor team morale are only a few reasons why projects fail. Let's look at why project management is important. Project management is important because it ensures proper execution are set up and around the deliverables and by when and how far. Effective project managers should always be able to negotiate a reasonable and achievable deadlines and milestones across all stakeholders, teams, and managers. So let's look at the advantages of a formal project management system. They could include the better control of finances, physical and human resources, improved customer relationship, shorter development time, and lower cost. And look at other. So let's look at examples of in IT and IS projects. Let's look at the current project proposed for a business case for 231 and UWC in its technology infrastructure to provide wireless access to all students. So let's look at project attributes. A project attribute has a unique purpose. A temporary drives change and enables value creations. It develops using progressive elaboration requirements resources, often from various areas. It should have a primary customer or sponsor. The project sponsor usually provides the direction and funding for the project. Project manager works with project sponsors, teams, and other people involved to achieve the project goal. Let's look at project attributes. A attribute we said it must be a unique. A project drives change and enables value creation. A project develops using progressive elaboration or an iterate, sorry for that, iterative fashion. You may not see the mountain top, but you can see, let's say you see the mountain top. Do you know how you're going to get there? Let's see the steps we're going to take to get there. A project requires resources, often from various areas, example, people, time, equipment, hardware, software. A project involves uncertainty. Let's look at from Brexit, the European Union. Project Before a project is started, a plan is prepared based on certain assumptions and estimates. Let's look at delivery and deliverables. Delivery is the activity of working to complete a project. What are deliverables? They are project. It's what the project produces, sometimes called output. Milestones. Milestones are very powerful components in project management because they show the key events and map forward movement within the project plan. Thinking point. Think about your last project you were involved in and answer these questions. Let's look at project constraints. The triple constraints consist of time, cost, and scope. These factors need to be juggled at all times. The project manager needs to ensure that there's constant balance between these constraints. At the same time, a high level of quality needs to be maintained throughout the entire project, and one constraint should never be sacrificed for another. For example, quality should never be sacrificed for lower cost or because of a shortage of time. Let's look at time. Most probably one of the easiest constraints. It says time. Limited time is one constraint, which is probably the most familiar. Let's look at cost. Costs include money, paying the people, buying equipment, material, and all other events that require money. Project managers should be able to quantify these costs. Let's look at scope. There are two types of scope, product scope and project scope, as defined. And let's look at the triple constraint, which consists of time, cost, and scope, as well as the risk in each of them. So, project constraints. In the latest book of PMBOK Guide 6, there are 6 constraints, which includes scope, quality, schedule, budget, resource, and risk, as listed each of the definitions. Constraint needs to be balanced throughout the project. We won't go through the videos. Let's look at how you avoid problems that occur when you meet scope, time, and cost, but lose sight of customer satisfaction. The answer is a good project manager. So, project management. The PM is not just managing to-do lists, it's about managing people, costs, quality, scope, and budget in order to obtain a specific result. So let's look at project management framework. There are 4 components. The stakeholders, the project managed knowledge areas, the tools and techniques, and the project portfolio. Stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people involved and infected by the project. They include the project sponsor, support staff, the project team. Examples of stakeholders in a home construction, project management tools and techniques. Project management tools and techniques assist the project managers and their team in various aspects of the project. They carry out the work in the 10 knowledge areas, which was identified earlier. So these are 6 questions you can go through with your friends at home or colleagues or some of your fellow students and see what they are. The answers are, and we will let you know the answers once you've worked through the 6 questions. Let's look at a work breakdown structure as well as the schedule within an MS project system. The intranet Gantt chart organizes the project management process groups. Super tools. So what are super tools? They are the tools that have high usage, high potential for improving a project. They include software systems like MS Project, scope statements, requirement analysis, lessons learned report. Tools already extensively used that you have been found to improve project progress, reports, kickoff meeting, Gantt charts, and change requests. There are several ways to define a project scope, time, cost. So all of these is a way that we can look at the project success. So in the next lesson, we will do what is a program, but for today's lesson, we will end on the project success. Thank you very much for listening and hope you enjoyed it.